सो वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू स्टूडेंट्स। तो आज हम लोग जिस टॉपिक के बारे में डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं दैट इज़ एसक्यूएल ऑपरेटर्स एंड एक्सप्रेशंस। ठीक है, तो अनलाइक एनी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस एसक्यूएल लैंग्वेज हैज़ टू गॉट इट्स ऑपरेटर्स एंड एक्सप्रेशन। ओके, सो हर कोई प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज की तरह ही इनका भी अपना खुद का ही ऑपरेटर्स एंड एक्सप्रेशंस होते हैं। तो हम लोग देखेंगे कि वो सब एक्सप्रेशंस एंड ऑपरेटर्स क्या क्या है। सो मेनली the operators and expressions in the SQL are categorized into three types, that are arithmetic operators, relational operators and logical operators. Clear? So before going to the main discussions, let us come to know what is an operator. Clear? So operator क्या है? Operator एक ऐसा टूल है जो कि हम लोगों को कोई भी रिलेशनल ऑपरेशंस करने के लिए हेल्प करता है। Either it can be addition, subtraction, deletion, updation, etc. So based on its means type, the operators are different. ठीक है, अगर वो कोई मतलब arithmetic ऑपरेशन होता है जैसे कि एडिशन सब्सट्रैक्शन, देन arithmetic ऑपरेटर्स विल कम इन टू प्ले। अगर वो कोई रिलेशनल ऑपरेटर होता है, सपोज वी नीड टू कंपेयर टू वैल्यूज, ओके, or we need to compare the rows of the single table, and in that kind of scenario or situation, relational operators will come into play. So and the last is the logical operators. Okay, whenever, say for example, we have to display name of those candidates or name of those employees from an employee table, okay, whose date of birth lie between certain date to certain date. Okay, on that kind of scenario or situation, logical operators will come to play. Okay, so which logical operator will come into play on that situation specific will be discussed later. Okay, but on that kind of scenario, for the time being, logical operators will come to play. So these are the kind of operators that are available in SQL statement, and we will be means encountering it in our subsequent SQL operations. So here it is. First type is the arithmetic operators in SQL. So what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators in SQL are used to perform mathematical calculations like addition that I have told you just now. So there are basically 5 types of arithmetic operators present in SQL. First one is the addition. Okay, so it is an means binary operator. Okay, addition is a binary operator because in left hand side and right hand side of the addition operator there must be present two variables. Okay, not only variables, there can be constant as well. Then comes the subtraction operator, then the multiplication, division, and last is the modulus. Okay, mind it one thing, there is a difference between modulus operation and division operation. Okay, so division means to divide a number from a number, and modulus means to find the remainder of any means of the division process after getting it. Okay, so there is a means don't means get confused between division and modulus operators. Okay, so modulus operators are generally used in order to find the remainder. Okay, एंड किन टाइप का सिचुएशन पे मॉडुलस ऑपरेटर काम पे आता है? से फॉर एग्जांपल वी नीड टू फाइंड द इवन एंड ऑड. ओके, we need to find the LCM. Okay, or such kind of scenario, modulus operation will come in. Or say for example we need to find the percentage. Okay, so in that kind of scenario, modulus operation will come into play. Kind of operation in our concept of the SQL language is relational operators in SQL. So relational operators in SQL are used to find the relation between two columns. Okay, or maybe it can also be used to find the relation between between two constants and variables as well. That is to compare the values of two columns in SQL statements, as I have said you earlier. So now comes the relational operators. Okay, so there we can see here the list of relational operators that are mainly we will be using while doing with the SQL expressions that are greater than. Okay, so greater than is a relational operator that is used to find the relation or to compare if one variable is greater than the other variable. Okay, and then comes the less than. Okay, then comes the greater than equal to. Okay, So x is greater than or equal to y. Then comes the less than equal to. So x is less than equal to y. X is less than or equal to y, and so on. So the very important operator of the SQL, that is not operator. Okay. So you can see here the not operator, that is operator number 5. Okay. So this not operator can be used to compare whether or not a value is equal to or not equal to any other operator. Okay. So the not operator can also be used combined with other operator to give or to means give other meaning of the operations. If the not operator is presided before the less than operator, then the operation becomes uh, is not less than. Okay. In that kind of scenario, the not operator plays a vital role to compare if left hand value is not less than the right hand value. So as with the, if the not operation or the not operator is presided over the greater than sign, then it is used to find whether or not the left hand value is is not greater than the y. Somewhere in the SQL languages, the not operator is also be means given meaning in this way, that is less than equal to. Okay. So it is also used to find the in between values, that is I have told you a bit earlier, to find the date of birth between certain date to certain time. In that kind of scenario as well, the not operator will come into play. Then comes the logical operators in SQL. So the logical operators in SQL are used to perform logical operations on the given expressions in SQL statements. So लॉजिकल ऑपरेशन ऑपरेटर्स कब काम पे आता है? लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स मैंने थोड़ा देर बाद जब ये जो डिस्कशन स्टार्ट करा तब मैंने कहा था, से फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर गिवन विथ एन एम्प्लॉय टेबल और अ स्टूडेंट टेबल. ओके. So I am considering the student table. Okay. Suppose we need to find out how who are those students who are born between say certain date to certain date. Okay. So in that kind of situation, we cannot use arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay. Also we cannot use relational operators like less than, greater than, less than, equal to, not operator, etc. So in that kind of scenario, a special type of operators will come into play, and those are known as logical operators. Clear? Also, say for example, in case of an employee table you are given with, okay, so you have to you are given with the task to find who are those employees who are who joined the company before certain date or after certain date or in between certain date to certain date. Okay. So in that kind of scenario, we cannot be using others operators like arithmetic operation operator or relational operator. Rather you have to use the logical operators. Okay. So there are 8 kind of mainly logical operators present in SQL. Okay. So we need to understand the work of those, and we have to use it combining in our SQL expression and to retrieve the data from our database. Okay. So first come the AND operation. Okay. So AND operation means ending up to tables. Okay. OR operation means adding up to tables. Not means same as you have done with the relational not. Okay. And the between operation. So now I have told you two example to find the name of those employees or name of those students who are born between certain date to certain date. Okay. Name of those employees given with an employee table who are joined to the company above before certain date or after certain date. In that kind of scenario specific, between operator will come to play, and along with it the AND operator will come to play. So between operator will be followed by the AND operator. Okay. Then comes the is null or is not null. So this operator, logical operator, that is null or is not null, comes into play mostly in kind of string operations. Okay. String operator, just to say for example you are doing the string operations like finding the name. Okay. Comparing two names. Okay. So naming variables, comparing two string variables. In that kind of scenario, you have to check the this kind of operators comes into play, that is null or is not null, just to check whether or not the string मीन्स इज नल और नॉट नल. ओके, इसका और भी बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंस है, लेकिन मेनली स्ट्रिंग ऑपरेशंस का टाइम पे ही ये जनरली काम पे आता है. सो लाइक ऑपरेशन भी, लाइक ऑपरेटर भी वैसे ही स्ट्रिंग से फॉर एग्जांपल you are given to find the name of those students or employee from the employee table or respective table whose name start with A, okay, or whose name start with C. Okay, so in that kind of scenario like operator comes into play. See, then comes the unique. Okay, say for example uh, you have to find the distinct number of people or distinct name from some table. Okay, where there will be no means duplicate. In that kind of scenario unique operators come into play. That is to find the unique means rows or unique means set of data from table concerned. Then in and not in. Okay, so in and not in operators comes into play to check whether certain data is a part of certain set of data. Clear? Say for example you are given with a employee table and you have to find who are those employee who does not belongs to city Kolkata, or who are those employees who belongs to certain means group of cities like Kolkata, Delhi, okay, Mumbai, okay, Hyderabad, etc, etc. So in that kind of scenario you have to write a statement in this way, like select name from that employee table where name not in or name in the name of the means cities. Okay, so in that kind of scenario this operator or logical operators will come into play, that will match that means specific city to the set of specific cities and will check if that city is present in that set of cities and will give you the respective result. So in that kind of scenario logical operator in and not in will come into play. So this was all about your operators and types of operators and some of the means important operators that will be that will be subsequently be means needed while performing SQL operations. Okay, so this was all about today's class.